Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, so this video is going to be a quick one, just focused on one specific point, which is the art of success when it comes to Forex. I know I've spoken about this many times in various other videos, but I'm getting questions that kind of seem to me like the message isn't getting through. So I'm going to use a question that Kshitij here has asked, and we're going to just go over that little concept again of the absolute holy grail, the secret to success in trading when it comes to Forex and binary options, right? Um, in short, it's just simplicity. That's all. That's if you see a common theme throughout all my videos, I'm asking you guys to keep it so ridiculously simple that like a kindergarten kid would be able to understand what you're saying, right? So in this particular question, where Kshitij is asking about my thought processes when it comes to identifying market cycles, right? That earlier video about the market cycles where it was very easy to identify, that's it. That's all you want to be able to do. When you're looking at your charts and you can easily identify it, say on a daily time frame, sorry, not a daily, on a hourly time frame. If you can do it on daily for hourly, even better. But if you can see it on an hourly time frame, that's it. That's all you're looking for, right? So there's nothing more to complicate your scenario with. Now, if when we're following through in the second part of your question, so in most cases when you're trying to identify them, you're failing to identify them. Um, in those situations, basically the answer is if you're not seeing it, jump onto another currency pair. I think it's just you're trying to overcomplicate it. Where you're trying to search for something that possibly just doesn't exist. Now, I've said this before in various videos. If the market was just going to set up patterns and cycles for you so easily that you could kind of see it all of the time, every single person that's trading right now would be a billionaire. All right, there'd be no dealer groups because that'll be bankrupt right now, and that's the reason why we wait. We're patient. We wait for something that we recognize and something we can trade. Right? I kid you not. Whether you've had 2 days experience or you've got 20 years experience, there is no difference in this. A 20-year veteran of the game is not going to sit there and be able to tell you from start to finish everything that the market is doing. Sure, there are patterns that the market is going through that are familiar because we've just seen enough of them. But would we trade every single one of them? Hell no. Like I've said to you guys before, with certain currency pairs, like the AUD JPYs or the AUD USDs, some of the Euro pairs, I can see and I identify setups. Do I take them? No. Sometimes I do something. Most of the time I don't. Why? Because I know in order to capture the 50 pips or so, that thing may run for like 2-3 hours. Do I want to sit there for 2-3 hours? No, right? So again, when you're trying to identify setups, if it's not almost clearly apparent to you, like what I'm showing in my videos, don't trade it. I show you the clear example in my videos because that's all I want you looking for. And I guarantee you that throughout the week, if you're looking at, say, half a dozen currency pairs, most instances, the market will give you those setups at least a couple of times, or a bare minimum at least once. Now, if you're chasing your 50, 100 pips or whatever for the week, that's easily doable. And the key to absolute success in all of this is just simplicity. Remember, you get to choose the game that you play. It's entirely, the power is entirely your court. No one's going to force you to take a trade. You're doing that. And if you are overcomplicating, and there are times when I'm getting a lot of like the emails that are coming through, some of the messages that are coming through, just like first glance, I can tell you straight away what your problems are. And the problems usually are overcomplication, right? Don't try it. Don't do any of that sort of stuff. Kshitij, there was another question that you asked just below. I think had something similar to do with, okay, what are the trend continuation confluence points that you look for? Um, the stuff that I've already mentioned in the videos, it's there. Simple thing. If there is a trend that's happening, right, and you've identified everything properly, the market is running down, we've said, choose currency pair, and by currency pair, you'll know how far that market may go. Euro pairs, 70 to maybe 100, 120 max. Pound pairs, probably 150 to 250, right? Pips. That's the average daily range of them. So if they're moving in that, and you see consolidation happen somewhere within the first burst of the market movement, wicks to the high. Say, for instance, market's moving down, if you've got the consolidation happening, That's your confluence points. If you want to do additional stuff, you can add your fib lines to say, okay, if it's bouncing off my 23 or so, fantastic. That's another point of confluence for you. But that should be enough for you to say, okay, market's moving down. If you've got a 50 or the 200 there and the market's consolidating, wait. Okay, sit there and wait, because chances are, remember we said, if the market's going to bounce, it's going to bounce off the 50 or the 200. So wait in those areas. That's basically it. The other time when you're looking for the trend continuations is at the beginning of sessions. We've discussed this again, simplicity-wise. If you're seeing something happen in the Asian session, say for instance a double bottom establishment, it's bouncing off the 50, and then market goes into London session, and you get like a slight pullback, right? And the pullback happens maybe one or two candles, and it comes somewhere, you get a wick to the 50 or the 200, and then the market's pushing up again. That's your confluence. Market's just showing you what its intentions are. That's where you'll enter. Same rules apply. Remember, if you're looking at Asian session and London session and going into New York where the market's going up, and then it does a slight pullback down, wick to the low, and then aggressive move up, that's your entry point again. I guarantee you, there's nothing more that you need to know than this. So again, to all of you, please keep them as simple as you possibly can, to the point where your approach should be where you can kind of explain what you're doing to a primary school kid, right? So that's it. And pick just one or two things, stick with it, and that's all you do. And if there is something that the market is doing that is just not familiar, don't look for something. Jump onto another currency pair. If they're all not doing something that you recognize, go do something else. Go come back next session or something, or come back in a couple of hours and see if the market has made it more familiar for you. And that's it. Remember, you are not speculating in any of your trades. You're not. And this is where we're going to talk about this in stop losses video. Someone has disliked the previous video that I did in regards to what was it? Forgot. But that previous video, and I think money management. Sorry, I think people are looking for something where I'm going to give you something complex. The simple answer to success when it comes to forex trading, binary trading, simplicity, followed by get rid of your speculation. If you are finding yourself speculating in any of the trades, don't take them. That should be your rule, to not enter into a trade. If you feel you're speculating, don't enter them. But if you know after your analysis that this is exactly where the market's going, and you wait for the market to confirm that for you, you're in. There should be no need for you to even, unless, again, with stop losses, unless the market, something drastic happens fundamentally that you're not aware of in real time, that's what your stop loss is there for, right? But beyond that, there's no other secret. Just confirm for yourself this is what you're doing, and look for that. Let the market come and confirm your directional move for you, and then you take the trade. But if you are starting to ask me questions like this, which is like, I think in your head you're trying to confuse yourself, don't do it. You're going to be your own worst enemy in this regard. Okay. So again, last point. When it comes to success, the holy grail to trading, it's simplicity. And for higher percentage in the monies, get it out of your mind that you are gambling, and also get rid of speculation. Okay, so I'd like you guys, just at the end of this video, sit down and maybe make a judgment about how many of your trades right now are purely based on speculation. And what I mean by that is that maybe you've done your analysis and about 70-80% accurate as to where the market's going to go, but you're still about 20% unsure. Figure out what that 20% is. Why are you unsure? That is where you're kind of hoping. That's the speculation. Fingers crossed. When it comes to trading, there is no fingers. Don't even bring religion into it, right? A lot of people, I guarantee, I've seen experts at this as well, where they've made a mistake and they'll sit there and start praying. That's when they discover God. Don't do that. Take all the speculation out. Just make sure you've got your few perfect setups that you find extremely easy, and stare at your charts and you say, yep, when I see this, when I see this, when I see this, it's absolutely beautiful. But also have your reasons as to why you shouldn't enter into a trade. Quick example in that regard, where you think that the market is heading south, and the market falls, so all your analysis has been fine, the market falls, and then it just consolidates on your EMA 50 or the 200. If you see that there, your best bet is to kind of just wait and let the market break past it and close before you take your entry. So for me, that EMA 50 and the 200 would be the deal breaker at that point in time where I would be considering an entry. But beyond that, simplicity. If you see it and it's familiar, go for the ride. Okay? All the best.